Hey everyone, I am here to bring to you the January book club video that I am doing for January. I am a part of the Ravenished by Romance book club hosted by Lacey and Jess. I'll put their YouTube channels here, and I'm also a part of the Book Troop book club that Gabby hosts every month too. And you will also see literary Dead Book Club picks on here too, but Kayla doesn't do that book club for January. She takes the month off. So we are going to be starting, well, technically I've already started the books, but we're going to be starting this vlog where I read the book picks, talk to you about them, and my plan for these videos for this year are to actually attend the lives, because that's one of my reading goals, is to actually attend the lives, participate in the lives, see what everyone else thinks, and just kind of have fun with it, you know. So the first book that we're going to talk about is called Restore Me. This is the Ravenished by Romance book club pick for January, and I am 50% into this book. I'm really enjoying it. It's very hard-hitting, it's sad, it's already made me tear up a little bit. This is about Sloane and Dominique, or Dom or Nick. He's known by all three of those names. I'm going to call him Nick because that's what he likes to be called. But they have a history with each other. Nick is actually Sloane's best friend. Okay, Nick is actually Sloane's husband's best friend. But Eric, who is Sloane's husband, he has been dead he died. And he's been dead for 4 years. Sloane is not ready to date. She is still mourning the loss of her husband. So there's a lot of talk about the loss of loved ones, specifically being a spouse, and how to navigate through that. It's also talking about the loss of a best friend, because you know Nick was Sloane's husband's best friend. It's also talking about how, like, the loss of love as well, because there is a twist in this book that I'm not going to really talk about because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. There's a twist in this book where when you really love somebody, you just have to, like, let them do what they want and let them go on their own way, let them go on their own path. But this romance is following Sloane and Nick, and they are just trying to navigate their lives without Eric, for one, and to navigate their lives because they're attracted to one another. They've always been attracted to one another, but they've always had this weird, like, going back and forth with each other, and they've always, like, disdained each other, really. Dom, or Nick, he has really shown, like, he doesn't like Sloane. He never has, but it was all up front. And Sloane is having doubts about herself. She's having doubts about their relationship, they should do it, if they shouldn't do it, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really hard hitting, and it's a really beautiful love story so far. I'm only 50% in, but they are talking to one another now that they are over the little spat with one another, and they are just, the open communication is there, and you know that I really look for that in my romance. This is a longer book, but it's easy to get through. Well, not easy to get through. It's a fast read, so I will say that. It's a fast read. It does have some hard topics in it. So I would read the trigger warnings before going into this. The author does a really good job at laying this out before you even get into the book. This book is also on Kindle Unlimited, so if you haven't picked up this series, it's on there if you have Kindle Unlimited. So 50% of that book, enjoying it so far. Now we're going to talk about the other book for the book troop, and it is Wonderland. And this is about an amusement park called Wonderland, and there have been mysterious deaths that have happened here, mysterious also disappearances that have happened that surrounds the actual amusement park itself. And we have a new deputy chief coming in. She's taking over for, her name is Vanessa. She's taking over for the previous deputy chief. She's brand new. She's from Seattle. She's going to Seaside, and she is finally seeing the corruption of a little town that she really loved. She went there when she was younger. She worked at the amusement park when she was younger, and she's finally seeing that there's a lot of corruption going on in Seaside, and the people that are over Wonderland are actually over the police department as well. So there's a lot of corruption going on there too. I'm flying through this book. I'm really liking it. I'm at the 50% mark as well. And yeah, it's really good, and I'm ready to get back into it. And those are my updates. So you will see me when I finish these books. So the way that I want these videos to work is that I'm gonna fill you in 50% like I normally do, finish the books, attend the live shows, and then that'll be this video. So that's the way that I want these videos to go. And obviously when Literary Day Book Club pops up, you'll have 3 books, or I'll have 3 books to read in these videos, but just wanted to tell you the structure of these videos. So I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you are gonna attend. If you aren't, cool. If you want to, all the details will be in the description below. And yeah, I'm just ready to start this. So this is a new series that's going to go on my channel, and I hope that you enjoy it. So I finished Wonderland by Jennifer Hiller, and I ended up giving it 5 stars. At first I was going to give it 4.5 stars, but then I kept thinking about it, and I was like, okay, this is a total 5-star book. So I ended up giving it 5 stars. I really liked the way that the author like threw you off the entire time. This story is super intense. It's about this small town called Seaside, and there's an amusement park called Wonderland there, and in the past Wonderland was named something different, and it has a really dark past. Somebody that owned it, his name is Jack Shaw, he did something really, really bad to a lot of the workers there, and it just had a very tumultuous past. But then it was sold off, and the new owner wanted to make a point, and he built it back up and all that kind of stuff. And then yeah, this whole story surrounds Wonderland. It doesn't show a lot of the amusement park, but there's a lot of talk of the amusement park. It's also a small town detective story, so if you like those kind of stories, I think that you would really like this book. And it dives a little deep into a lot of trauma. It dives deep into family life. It dives deep into losing a friend, losing a husband, losing a spouse in general, and how that affects the family overall, like the kids, the wife, maybe having to move jobs, because our detective in here, her name is Vanessa Castro, she was a detective in Seattle, but something happened and she had to move away. And she chose Seaside because Seaside has a special place in her heart. She worked at the actual amusement park when she was young. So there's a lot in this story, but the author does such a good job of bringing everything together. I just really enjoyed it, and it was fast paced. It was fun at times. When I thought that I knew something that was going on, it completely turned it on me, and then I was like, okay, well, I have to go back to square one now because I don't know what's going on. And the last final twist of the book was really good, in my opinion. So I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to continue reading Jennifer Hiller. I looked on my to be read pile by her, and I have like 4 of her other books. So I'm going to continue with that, or continue reading her backlog and a lot of her newer books that have come out. And yeah, so I'm enjoying that. And then I continued to read Restore Me, and I'm still enjoying that too, but I fell asleep reading that last night. So I'm going to continue with that book, and then I'll fill you in when I finish it.
Okay. So I know Crystal was one of the first people I saw talking about this, but I don't know when she read it. I took this out in like June of last year. So someone was talking about it then.
Was it Caitlin? I know Caitlin liked this one, right?
So I am participating in the live show of Restore Me, and I ended up giving this book 4 stars. I thought that it was really good. I do agree with what they are saying about the length. It was very, very long, and it was repetitive, but I really like the emotional aspect of this book and how you felt all the emotions going through the book as you read about these two characters finally getting together. I also liked the enemies to lovers concept of it. I liked when they finally, like, you know, got over themselves and they found themselves in a relationship. I liked how passionate they were and all that. I just felt, I do agree that it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. And there was a lot of physical angsty scenes in this book that I think that kind of took away from some of the more realness of relationships. And yeah, they were just hot and heavy for a really long time. A lot. And it was very detailed. So if you like a lot of angst and you like steam, Restore Me is a good choice for you. So it does depict a very enemies to lovers heavy relationship at the beginning. A lot of love to hate, or hate to love, a lot of arguing back and forth, a lot of self-guilt, there's just a lot of emotion in this, but that's what I enjoyed about it the most. So Restore Me is a good pick for you if you like a lot of angst and you like a lot of steam, because you get it. You get a lot of it, and you get very detailed versions of that. So that's just my opinion on it. So we're going to continue with the live show, and I'll fill you in on Wonderland tomorrow when I attend that live show with Gabby for the book trip. I'm here to close this video out and let you know that I missed the live show for Wonderland, but I wanted to remind you I gave this book 5 stars because I really liked it. And I don't know what they're going to say on the live show, but I'm going to watch it. I did read some of the comments, and some of the comments are saying that people did not like this book. I'm probably going to be one of the people that did like this book, like normal, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to watch this, give you a little bit of B-roll with it, and then close this video out.
Hello and welcome to the first book trip live show of 2023. Yes, this month I am joined by the lovely Liv from Liv's Library, who we've never really collaborated with.
Hello.
First time
I know.
chatting.
It's like, how is the first time ever?
No, like I feel like I've like known you on the internet for a while, and I'm like, how did